Hi and welcome to this Aries inspired reading for October 2025. This is a timeless reading, so you can really use this anytime you see this, and this is also a zodiac inspired reading, so this doesn't mean you have to be an Aries. It's just using the symbolism of Western astrology and the symbolism of tarot to maybe help us reflect on a situation, to maybe help us gain a little more insight, a new perspective, some inspiration. That's what I do here. So let's get started. Ooh, it's cold. I'm really getting into the winter mood here. And yeah, I mean, my apartment of course has heating, but you know, still here in Vienna the weather switched really rapidly from quite warm and Indian summer type weather to quite cold. So yeah, that's why I'm all packed up. Anyway, so let's get started. Let's get into your reading. And we're going to start right away. First part of the reading, as always, is a general energy. Second part of the reading is a relationship dynamic. So stay with me, like, subscribe, comment, and we're going to start right now. The Hermit. I like a Hermit card because it really tells us that we are on our own path. We are really paving our own path. We have all the wisdom that we need within us. We really don't need to look around so much for answers. We really know which steps to take. And when we look at the Hermit, we can see that he's really looking down on the ground at his feet to look at what's the next step he wants to take. So it's not so much about, you know, the destination, but more about the journey. And he really knows how to make his moves, and he really can gain all the wisdom from within himself to move in the right direction and to pave his own way. So this is a beautiful card. Maybe we've been a little more isolated or a little more reclused, I want to say, from the outside world. Maybe we are not so much looking for resonance in the outside or outside answers, and maybe we are stepping into a deeper sense of individuality, where we're really like committed to our own beliefs, our own belief systems, our also maybe spiritual beliefs, because the Hermit is a very spiritual card, and he's also connected to the sign of Virgo. So maybe you are surrounded by anybody who is a Virgo, or you have Virgo placements that are working strongly right now. We are also just coming out of Virgo season, being in Libra season right now, so this could all be part of your moment that is happening here right now. So yeah, a lot of inner wisdom, inner strength, and a lot of productivity also. I always like to say the Hermit is a very productive energy when we are really doing the things that we want to do for ourselves, and we do them the way we want to do them. So yeah, ooh, Prince of Pentacles. I love that too, because it means maybe we are really working on something. We're taking this into the picture here together with the Hermit, and the Prince of Pentacles is the hard worker. He is the sustainable worker. He really is the guy who knows what work to put in, and he's not getting tired very fast. We can see that here also there is a Taurus or a bull in front of his chariot that is carrying him, and that is slow moving but very strong, of course, and has a lot of stamina. So that's what I like to see here when we are really working on paving our own path, and we really know how to also sow the seeds. Is that a word in English? I hope so. I'm sorry. English is not my native language. But he knows which steps to take also that things grow, which things to do that things can grow. And he has a lot of resources as well. In the back of the card, you can see he's carrying all these resources. So he knows when to put the seeds in the soil. He knows how to really nourish them, and he knows when it's time also to harvest. So this is could be a time of hard work, or of very focused work, of very conscientious work for you, where it's really about doing your own thing, but still at the same time putting the work in, making things happen as well. I feel like this could also be really getting better at a skill or finding a more individual and authentic approach to what you're building. And still people can see, you know, that you're putting the work in. I really like this combination of these two cards. It's both earth energy, it's both very much a manifested energy where we really see results, where we really see that things are happening and that things are growing in front of us. So very, very nice. It could also be about routines very much, because the Hermit and Virgo are about routines, everything that we are really trying to do on a regular basis. And oh wow, beautiful cards, Aries. We do have a Queen of Wands who is bringing us the fire energy of your sign, the element that we need, that we don't lose the passion. Because with all this earth energy here, we might, you know, be very, very strong to do the work, but sometimes it might feel a little dull. Especially the Prince of Discs can become a little dull in his work, because it's always the same and always the same, and the routine can become a little, just, I wouldn't even say boring, but uninspired. And with the Queen of Wands here, we get this inspiration back, this fire and this drive. So out of actually, I think, taking the steps, we develop a sort of drive. We develop a good timing for things. We develop also the passion and the spark that we're really going after the things that we want, and they feel a little more passionate. And I mean, the things that we want are, of course, the Ten of Cups, which is ultimate fulfillment on an emotional level. So this is a very, very beautiful goal, of course. And I mean, it's the ultimate goal in a way, to really feel good about all instances of life, to really have that emotional fulfillment on all levels. And this, I think, has a lot to do probably with work and with how you want to build your own thing, how you want to create your own path, and how you still don't lose the passion and the fire for really going after your goals and doing what you're really enjoying also doing. And with the Ten of Cups, it's really ultimate enjoyment and fulfillment. So we are really also on an emotional level working ourselves towards an end goal, and the end goal is really being emotionally fulfilled. And oh wow, card just flipped on the floor. I'm not going to get that. This might be a little bit of a spirit indication that we need to be aware that the Ten of Cups is a card that is nothing permanent. The Ten of Cups is a card that also reminds us that these moments of ultimate fulfillment are temporary. It's not something that can stay forever, and that's okay. That's fine. And if we hit those moments, we get that dopamine hit, which would be the Queen of Wands, you know, that moment where it's like, oh yeah, now this feels exactly right. Now this feels exactly the way it's supposed to feel. Those moments are fading because that's just life, you know, but they will come again, and we can go after them again. And if we don't lose the passion to go after them again, and if we don't give up the fight, because this is also the good fight here that came out underneath the Ten of Cups, which is really standing up for what you believe in, standing up for yourself, standing up for what you want. This is the Seven of Wands. It's a little bit of the lone fighter, but at the same time also somebody who is really defending their success and is really working and doing the things to feel and to keep feeling positive. So this is a really, really good card. Yeah, I guess this card flip of the Ten of Cups was just a reminder that it is okay that these moments of fulfillment are fleeting, because they will come again. It's not something that won't come again. It's just something that it's natural to not be able to feel the full ecstasy of existence all the time. Otherwise, I feel like our system, I'm not sure what's gonna happen to our system if we feel super happy all the time, but for some reason I have a feeling it's probably not that healthy. For some reason I feel like this is not, it's a little too extreme, and everything that is going into the extremes is probably not the most healthy and realistic thing. But yeah, we have a lot of realistic cards here with all this earth element that is happening. So let's see what is going on in relationships. This could be any relationship, doesn't have to be romantic, can be romantic, of course. And I'm looking at another person and you, or energies that are influencing us right now. So this other person, oh, it's also, it's a very, everything is very, very flippy, if that's a word. All right, Four of Coins. The Four of Coins, huh? Somebody might be a little hesitant to really freely give away resources, time, space, money, maybe even right now, because they themselves have a strong need to feel stable and secure within themselves right now. But that's not necessarily a bad thing in relationships, because they're building on a strong foundation, and this seems like it is a person that is also building on a strong foundation and wants to be stable. So somebody might just be a little reserved because their resources might be even a little limited, you know, could be. Ooh, the Fountain card, nice. That's the first time it's coming out, because this deck, I haven't used this deck in a really long time. You can check out the description box for all the decks I'm using. The Fountain card is like in the Crowley deck, the hexagram card. It's like this ultimate manifestation card. It's where we really tap in to this fountain of creation and this source of creation where everything is possible. It's a little, it's even, it's an energy that is even stronger than the Fool energy. With the Fool energy, we live more in our imagination, and we are courageous and we are open to experiences. With the Fountain card, it's like timeless. There is no, it's infinity type of card. It has the infinity symbol on top of it if you look very closely, and it is reminding us that possibilities are limitless. So just because a person might be a little bit reserved and holding back right now doesn't mean that things are not possible, that progress is not possible, that building something is not possible. And it's quite the opposite. I think there is a really strong foundation from the side of this person to build together, because they know what security and power means. So yeah, what's the connecting card? Oh, that's too much. Ooh, very beautiful. Yes, as I said, the King of Coins. There is a lot of resources here to be worked with. I feel like two people are meeting each other here that are very stable and secure with the King of Coins. You could be dealing with a Taurus, because Taurus is coming up a lot. Also with the Prince of Discs that we had earlier. And it's also a mirror of our own stability, which is nice, which is the King of Coins as well. The King of Coins is really established and stable and secure within himself. He really knows how to handle his resources. He's really achieved and accomplished a lot also when it comes to building what he wants to build. And I feel like that's where you are at right now together with a person. So two very stable entities come together. It could also be a work-related thing. If you're working with people creatively, then maybe you've reached a new level of really established people, of really sophisticated people, or people who are just have a different wealth mindset or have a different value themselves differently, know their value, and you're meeting you know, you're meeting like-minded people that are really mirroring your value as well. So that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I think this is very inspiring to you as well, because it might be something new. It might be a change here with the beautiful, beautiful Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is also fire energy, also Aries energy in a sense, where we really go on a new adventure, where we try a new thing that is very exciting because we haven't been here before. We are taking maybe a little bit of a risk even, but it feels very, very inspired. This card is very inspired to go do the thing. So I feel like if this is a work environment, it could very well be a work environment where there is a person or there are certain people that you finally match with, you know, you finally found your match in a sense of what's my value, what's my security, what's my stability, and I finally match those people. So I really, really like that. If it's a relationship thing, then yes, both people know their value, both people are very secure, both people are very grounded, and everybody wants to really build also something and keep their stability and security and don't want to lose it. So you're really having a lot in common right there when it comes to maybe also everyday and practical things, especially with the King of Coins, who is a lot about the building on an everyday when it comes to relationships. So yeah, we love that. Ooh, Tizian, I'm sorry, Titan. This is the Art Oracle deck, which is collecting quotes of famous artists throughout history, or paraphrasing quotes, I'd rather say. And it's quite inspirational, I think, when we want to think about how we want to build our life in a more creative and artistic manner. So Tizian is saying, go viral, not bacterial. I'm not sure what that means in this in this combination, because I'm sure he was not having social media, but maybe there is something with viruses that was a thing. But yeah, I mean, it is, in general, could of course mean maybe you want to go viral or you want to focus on social media a little more. And if you're a virus, you're kind of attached to people's minds also, you know, or to people's systems, and you become part of it. So we want to maybe have more impact when we go viral, which is kind of the whole idea of going viral. Then second quote is, a flattered client is a repeat client. Yeah, I guess it for some reason it's a very, very work-oriented reading. If that doesn't resonate, then, you know, that's fine too. You might find some other reading, maybe your ascendant or moon sign, that resonates more. A flattered client is a repeat client. Yes, we want to give people what they need right now, or what they want. And we want to, because what people need is not necessarily what they want. And in art, that's a very, very tricky thing. You can check out my description box and check out my art. I'm also an artist and musician, and sometimes, you know, it's difficult to give the people what they want, because you still, as an artist, want to not compromise too much. But in this case, it's maybe more about, it's even more, I want to say, in a way manipulative, maybe in a positive way, that you maybe have gained more skills in, and I think when you're doing something creatively, then you kind of have to sell your stuff, you know, and it's, people might not know what they need. There's a really good quote from, I think, Noel Gallagher, or one of the Oasis guys. I really like it when he says, people don't know what they want, especially if they're not musicians or artists. You know, you have to tell them what they like and what's cool, and then you make it cool. And that's kind of what I get here from this card. It's like the client if they understand that you have value and you understand that you have value, or another person, then they might understand that you are just what they need, even though they didn't really realize that before, if that makes sense. So the last one is, your personality can be as colorful as your canvas. I love this car. I love this guy. Who's this guy? I mean, I know who this guy is, but I didn't know that he had such interesting world views. So you don't have to hold back, you know, you don't have to fit into a box or mold yourself into something that that you think somebody else wants. I think you can just be yourself and show all of your different sides and colors and the variety of your personality. And that's also something that Aries is really good at, and the Queen of Wands also as well is really good at, just being expressive and being authentically themselves. So I love this reading. This is super positive. Thank you so much for being here. Please, please, please check out my description box if you want to support this channel. You also find all kinds of ways to do that in the description box. Personal readings are also open. You find the links to my website and to everything you need to know if you're interested. And I hope you like, subscribe, and even comment. And I hope you come back. So see you next time, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.